here he is inside the BTC cage. Matt DiMarcantonio for his first fight in BTC since BTC 2. Let's get this one underway. Let's throw it up to Mr. Throwdown, Pete Trevino.
Scheduled for 3 rounds in the featherweight division. Introducing your fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing gray trunks and black. Standing 5 inches tall, he weighs 145.6 pounds. He's a freestyle mixed martial artist representing TriStar Gym. He comes to the BTC cage with a record of 6 wins and 2 losses, with 3 wins coming by way of submission and 2 big wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out and representing Aurora, Ontario, ladies and gentlemen, here is Tyler Wilson! His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, wearing blue and black trunks trimmed white. Standing 6 feet tall, he weighs 145.8 pounds. He's a Mortal Kombat style fighter, representing Niagara Falls and Parabellum MMA. He comes to the BTC cage with an experienced record of 11 wins and 8 losses, with 5 of those wins coming by way of submission and 3 big wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out and representing Welland, Ontario, ladies and gentlemen, here is Referee Ivan Step with final fight instructions. The BTC featherweight contest will be decided in 3 rounds or less.
So the cage door closes, and here we go for what should be a real exciting bout at featherweight. Matt DiMarcantonio and Tyler Wilson. And Tyler Wilson gets a knee right in the face from Matt DiMarcantonio. What a start.
And he's cut.
Matt DiMarcantonio.
He's cut already.
Yeah, can't really see the cut right now, but blood is oozing. Tried to go for the Kimura, and welcome to fighting at home, Matt DiMarcantonio. What a start.
DiMarcantonio with the Jorge Masvidal start. Catches Tyler Wilson. Looks like it's on the forehead. Cut him open. Goes for the head kick.
Looks for the head kick and just barely missed. Wilson was able to throw that off, and now Wilson throws a leg kick.
Can't ask for a better start than that.
If that had landed, this place would have exploded.
Well, it did land. But
if it,
Tyler's
had,
tough.
if it had finished, but yes, Tyler Wilson, we said before, very durable, very tough. This is a guy with no real pro boxing experience, took a pro boxing fight down in Kingston, Jamaica against Devin Moncrief, who's one of the better boxers to come out of Jamaica.
Yeah, he's just one of those guys that's scrappy and willing to get in there. Look at him, he's got a nasty cut and he just keeps coming forward, and he's putting it on DiMarcantonio here. Good
set of flurry of punches for Tyler Wilson, and puts up DiMarcantonio up against the fence. Knee to the body from Wilson.
Talking to Wilson, this is where he said he feels he's going to be at his best here in the clinch, in the wrestling exchanges, especially on the fence. He's been working that a lot at TriStar.
But one of the things that we talked to Matt DiMarcantonio about was one of his students or trainer partners is Vlad Kazbekov, who has a bit of a rivalry with Tyler Wilson. And then we asked Matt, are you kind of making this a revenge fight? And he's like, I guess I kind of am. Vlad's kind of pushing me on. We asked Tyler Wilson about it, and he's like, no. Matt's a nice dude. I have no beef with Matt DiMarcantonio.
Tyler actually also beat one of his other teammates, Michael Scholl, years back. So it's, he's 2 of his teammates now he's taken out, and so could he make it number 3?
So Matt DiMarcantonio looking for revenge against those 2 losses in the past. But good knees right now to the body by Tyler Wilson. But this chess match for positioning continues on.
Matt's got that body lock. Nice defense by Tyler, good balance.
That is a nasty cut right over the eye of Tyler Wilson, but not bothering him too much though.
We're in the 50-50 here, we call it in the clinch. Both guys have one underhook, one overhook each. Jockeying for position, trying to get that upper hand. Matty turns him, puts his back on the cage.
Well, this is the one thing with Tyler Wilson. When we saw him fight Gabe Sageman back at BTC 3, the first round was not going his way at all. And he just finds his way up, getting a rear naked choke and getting the victory. So Tyler sometimes has to take about 2 or 3 shots to just get warmed up.
Yeah, he's like that Darren Elkins type guy where he gets hit and it kind of wakes him up, I guess, and he progresses later in the fight, especially after he's taken a few.
And that's exactly what's really happened here. Still the chess match going on. Battle for the positioning, but Wilson's getting at least the better of the edge. Minute 30 left to go here in the first round between Matt DiMarcantonio and Tyler Wilson on this historic making night for the BTC Fight promotion. There's so much energy being expended right now between both Wilson and DiMarcantonio. Ooh. Finally, the separation.
Leg kick by Wilson.
Now Tyler's starting to let his hands go. Ooh. Spinning back fist, and Wilson ducked out at the last second.
Good eye, but nice low kick by DiMarcantonio. I got to do a little bit of sparring with DiMarc at the end of his camp for this, and he just felt so relaxed in there and so fluid. And he's having just so much fun, and you can see it's carrying over in the cage here tonight.
Yeah, when we spoke to him, we just saw him around the hotel as well. He's just very loose, enjoying the moment, sucking this all up. As we said before, most of his fights in Niagara Falls have been Niagara Falls, New York. First fight for him in Niagara Falls, Ontario, but Wilson gets the takedown.
Off the right hand that connected, follows up with the takedown and gets it. Now he's on top of Matty DiMarcantonio here against the cage. About 10 seconds left to go. Couldn't make the most of this.
Wilson trying to finish off with a flurry. Good press, but DiMarc gets back up to his feet, throws a knee. And the horn will go to end the first round. An exciting first round between Tyler Wilson and Matt DiMarcantonio.
Yeah, great exchanges there. There's a lot of jockeying for position in the wrestling department on the cage. The biggest shot of the fight was the one 2 seconds in. Matt DiMarcantonio runs across the ring, throws a flying knee, and it lands, just grazes Tyler Wilson, and that's what cut him open.
Yeah, Wilson just ran into the real estate at the last second. Couldn't back up enough, bounced off the fence, and DiMarc was just able to get enough off the knee, and then threw a nasty head kick, mixing up his strikes, and you can just see the unorthodox good strikes, and there's where Wilson was able to close out the round nicely with a big right hand followed up with a takedown. Well, Josh, if you're in Tyler Wilson's corner, what are you telling him, and what's it like to get a cut like that and have to keep pushing through?
Fortunately, I haven't had one like that yet. I've had a little tiny one on the top of my head, which is nothing, but I haven't had to deal with that. But his corner's got to say, more of the same, obviously without the flying knee landing. But yeah, getting that clinch, make it dirty, grind him against the cage, look to catch those kicks and look to take him down off him.
And Matt DiMarcantonio has a lot of blood left on him for his dirty work that he did on that flying knee. Nice repair job done on Tyler Wilson. And here we go. Second round is underway between Matt DiMarcantonio and Tyler Wilson.
Both guys throwing.
Yeah, good flurry of punches from Tyler Wilson. Good jab came from Wilson and followed up with a kick to the leg. Oh, there's the flying knee. This one landed square on the jaw.
And again, Wilson takes it and presses forward, and he's looking for a takedown.
I don't even know what's in Tyler Wilson's head. He's like a crash test dummy right now, absorbing those shots, but takes a licking and keeps on ticking.
You got the hip and knee position. You got the hip and knee position. You can throw like a left hook here.
Once again, this is where Matt was able to control the majority of that first round in the clinch, pinning up Wilson against the fence and Wilson using the big screens here to see how much time's left. Tons of time, just approaching 4 minutes left in the second round.
Wilson was looking to put his hips inside there and get a hip throw, use it maybe just to create space, but now he pressed him up against the cage.
Good shot, good shot. Little elbows we see, little shots to the legs.
Good pressure put on from DiMarcantonio. And he's winning that cage positioning, which is a big factor in how judges score fights as well, Josh.
Yeah, usually the guy with the back on the cage is losing the fight in the judges' eyes in most cases.
The body, and still looking for that high crotch takedown is DiMarcantonio.
If we disengage the strike, please. Separate those knees, D. We want to stay here, it's going to look busy.
Wilson fires back with the knee as well.
There. D, he's asking for it. He's on his chin.
And it's just been a barrage of knees, but just kind of like a standoff, a stalemate's broken out here.
Yeah, both guys are, like I said, in the 50-50 position in the clinch here. Just jockeying for position. It's a kind of like a battle of inches here. Oh, nice elbow there.
Yeah, good elbow off the break, but DiMarcantonio ties up Wilson.
Now he's got his double underhooks. We'll see what he can do. He's going to look to pull that leg out. He might be take the back here. Yep.
And he's looking to do that, take the back. He's got one hook in, does DiMarcantonio.
Look for DiMarc to push off with his right foot in the cage to create space and throw his other hook in.
Oh, no, he just decides to throw a big knee to the other side of Wilson's head. Oh, Wilson fires back with an elbow.
Looking up at the big screen, watching to see where his head is at. Very smart. Peeling the hands off, trying to turn into, he's going to look to turn into Matt. Oh, nice elbow. And it broke.
And we get that open space where Matt DiMarcantonio can unload that flashy offense. But a good combination from Wilson. Check that kick, though. Did DiMarcantonio. Just trying to push the pace right now. Someone looking to take advantage, and didn't miss by much on that head kick attempt, did Tyler Wilson.
Chopping the inside leg there by the end.
Good right hand came from DiMarcantonio. Oh, a teep kick square in the face of Wilson, but he caught it, and he bum rushes DiMarcantonio to the opposite end of the cage. And now it's Wilson dictating the pace with the clinch.
Tyler Wilson's that guy that, like, you're not seeing much like flashy things from him or anything like that, but he's just one of those durable guys that's always there and he's always in the fight.
For me, with Tyler Wilson, you just never judge the book by his cover.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like the most intimidating or durable guy, but this is one of the more tough as nails guys at both 135 and 145. And he's right now taken down, and Matt DiMarcantonio takes the back.
He's got both hooks in here.
Matt DiMarcantonio, can he get this rear naked choke in?
He's got a body triangle on here now. It's going to create extra pressure on Tyler Wilson. It's harder to breathe, harder to escape off the back as well.
Some hand control being shown by Tyler Wilson. That's his last line of defense that he can do right now.
Now it's got about 25 seconds to try and sink in this choke here.
Tyler Wilson using that hold the phone defense strategy as well.
You watch at about 10 seconds, Matt will go for something here. Just try to get that finish in the last dying seconds. He might go for that armbar too if he lets go of the body triangle.
So there we go, 10 seconds. We'll see if DiMarc listens to your advice there, Josh, and does something, but instead he's just going to throw some good fists as well, trying to
ride out the round and head on to the third.
The horn goes to end the second round, and this fight continues to bring all the goods. And the good news for Wilson as well is whatever that corner done to work on that cut, it hasn't opened up yet again.
Yeah, after the initial blow, it looks like he kind of stopped bleeding right away, and the cutman's doing a very good job working on it right now.
As we see some of the highlights of the second round, this is where Matt DiMarcantonio was able to finish the round off the back of Tyler Wilson.
Nice high crotch there, which got the takedown and then opened up the opportunity to take the back there.
So third round, Josh, it's crunch time for both guys. What are you telling both Tyler Wilson and Matt DiMarcantonio?
You know, it's a close fight. You know, I'm probably edging towards DiMarcantonio, of course, but Tyler's got to go out there and just keep putting that pressure on him. You know, don't get taken down, don't end up at the bottom. And Matt, more of the same. Get that back again. You know, once he had that back control, he held it for about a minute there.
We go. Cage is shut. Third round is moments away from getting underway. What's been a real entertaining bout at featherweight between Matt DiMarcantonio and Tyler Wilson. And it's Wilson that wants to push the pace. I guess he feels his advice in the corner was you're probably down 2 rounds right now.
Yeah, I would imagine so. He's got to push the pace and try to get a finish here in the third round.
Well, easier said than done. DiMarcantonio, a wide array of offense, and those kicks have been nasty from Matt DiMarcantonio. DiMarcantonio just eyeing up, but Wilson's the one that fires first with a nice kick. The shot from DiMarcantonio tries the tie clinch. Wilson's able to break that off pretty easily.
Nice body kick.
Square in the liver was that body kick from DiMarcantonio, but if it hurt, no sign of effect from Tyler Wilson.
No, he eats it, just keeps coming forward like always.
Just trying to time the shot up here perfectly is Tyler Wilson. Backing down, and he went to the body as well. Good set of jabs, and thought about the flying knee again to DiMarcantonio.
Even just kind of flashing that, it kind of puts it in the head of Wilson. I got to watch out for that now, and it kind of makes him extra hesitant.
Those kicks were blocked by Tyler Wilson. Just playing the trap game right now is DiMarcantonio, which is what he said he was going to do.
Yeah, he's kind of like just showing that he's going to look for the takedown, trying to get Wilson to bite on things, maybe open up some opportunities upstairs.
Oh, but a good flurry of punches from Tyler Wilson with mean intentions, and was looking for the knee again, was DiMarcantonio.
Nice combo there by Wilson. Left hook, into the shot.
Takedown stuffed by Matt DiMarcantonio, but for how long? Still riding up high is Tyler Wilson.
Well, he transitioned there, he went for the single leg, and then he worked his way up to a body lock here. But DiMar's doing a very good job of pummeling his underhooks inside. Now he's got his left underhook, and we're back to 50-50 position where a lot of this fight's taking place.
Yeah, I was just going to say, this fight's been much up with some good grappling in the clinch up against the fence.
There's that high crotch again. There's
a big takedown, big slam from DiMarcantonio right into side control. Excuse me, half mount.
Yeah, that was beautiful transition. He swept the leg away from the cage, got his hips off the wall, and got that beautiful high crotch takedown. Now he's in this half guard here.
So trying to work the half guard now is DiMarcantonio. And that'll work out once again easily. We saw as one of his students, T-Shake Guthrow, use this strategy to close out the third round, just pressure Ariel Zuniga, and that's what comes on down from the top is DiMarcantonio will just do the same.
Yeah, he pushed Tyler against the cage here, his head right against the cage. Tyler's doing a good job of getting his back to the cage now. He's looking for a Kimura here. He's only got the half guard, so it's going to be hard to finish this.
Trying to buck up and grab the hips, but DiMarcantonio's got good wrist positioning, good hand positioning.
And that will grab the inside of his leg or his own shorts to prevent him from pulling his arm out and putting it in danger. And now he's out.
Trying to get that ground and pound as well is DiMarcantonio.
So Matt's going to look to, we call it the Khabib now in training, he's going to look to control that right arm of Tyler. Tyler's doing a good job of, he's aware of that. He's going to look to, there it is there, he's looking to control it with his right arm, and he's going to have a free arm to pound away on, but again, Tyler does a good job, he sees it.
Well, Tyler Wilson, a veteran of mixed martial arts, this is his now 9th fight in mixed martial arts, so he's seen those positions many a time.
Yeah, he's definitely no slouch on the ground, that's for sure.
And now Wilson looking for a guillotine, but I don't think he's going to get it.
Matt looking to triangle the legs now. So this really sucks for Wilson, prevents him to use his legs. If your feet are off the mat, you can't stand up. And that's what DiMarcantonio is doing right here.
And as well, he may leave his neck open, but Tyler can't do anything to get the proper posturing for a guillotine.
Got his legs back here, and he's got that butterfly guard now. He's going to look to disrupt the base of DiMarcantonio. And Matt does a good job of pulling him off the cage. Looking for a switch now. What he's got to do is get his right hip up and out. Matt does a good job. He follows the hips.
And just good riding time. 10 seconds left here in this fight. And Matt DiMarcantonio, some nice little uppercuts to Wilson. The horn goes, and Matt DiMarcantonio looking very solidly that he's going to come away with a nice decision victory and maybe put on the clean sweep for Niagara top team, Josh.
Yep, absolutely great performance. Good performance by both guys, but a great finish with Matt DiMarcantonio. Used his wrestling, got beautiful high crotch takedowns, and was able to control Tyler on the ground.
And that's just how he did it to close out the third round. Just used his wrestling to perfection, and his wrestling has obviously gotten a lot better thanks to him and Chris Prickett. They've been training together for years, and we've mentioned time and time again how good the University of Brock's wrestling team is, the best wrestling program in Canada and all of U Sports. And that wrestling came into perfection to close out the round. As we'll take a look at some of the highlights here of this fight. There's the flying knee that nearly connected on Tyler Wilson. That was the third attempt at it. A big high crotch takedown for DiMarcantonio, and he was able to work his transition, tie up the legs on Tyler Wilson to close the show in this third round. And you know, for Matt DiMarcantonio, you fight at home for the first time in your career. Your wife fought in a charity boxing show last night, and as well, you come out, your teammates go 2-0, and you're looking just moments away to go 3-0 for Niagara top team. And there's DiMarcantonio up on the fence, getting the support in front of the Niagara top team. Much deserved, a very important veteran of our sport. So let's make this one official with Mr. Throwdown.
Ladies and gentlemen, put a round of applause together, please, for both of the fighters in this game. After 3 hard-fought mixed martial arts rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored this contest 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision.
You're a new father, you know, you're new keyboard now. How does that feel? You know, what is it that you think you're a big player and how do you feel about it now? Tyler Wilson, obviously he's super tough, super durable. He has wins over, you know, 2 of your teammates in the past. Was this, you know, kind of a revenge fight at all for you?
Yes, D-Bucks! D-Bucks!
Finally, anyone with his fans, sponsors, anyone want to give a shout out to? Your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Matt DiMarcantonio.
Well, there you just heard it with Matt DiMarcantonio and my broadcast partner, Josh Hill. You know, happy to see all the kids out, and it wasn't really a revenge fight for him, as he made it clear, but, you know, a huge moment in his career, getting a win at home for the first time, and just the perfect performance for Matt DiMarcantonio to close out and get a big win at home, Josh.
Yeah, I don't think you can ask for anything. Obviously, he was looking for the finish, but a guy like Tyler Wilson's hard to finish. So a great display of performance by Matt DiMarcantonio. He's got to be happy.
And Niagara top team goes 3-0 here at BTC 8, and that just got to boost the confidence for the Niagara top team gym.
Yeah, for sure. You know, it's a fairly new gym, right? And you have your pro fighters here fighting at home for the first time. So many people, a lot of potential students here, right? So you want to put on a good show, and that they did.